Jai Hind everyone. I am Senior Under Officer Prasiddhi Thapa from Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Today, through this video, I'm going to share my experience of Youth Exchange Program, Moscow, Russia. The journey started from DGNCC New Delhi. We all reported on 11th of October for our pre-YP camp, which was for 9 days. 15 cadets were selected all over India, 7 SW and 8 SD. We started with our preparation. We had group discussions. We learned Russian words and worked on projects. In addition to that, we also prepared a cultural dance performance to showcase India's rich culture and diversity. There were different dance forms in our performance like Bhangra, Garba, Kathak, and with all this, Team India was formed. And the name of our team was I Baigan, because each one of them was an antique piece and they were Chalta Firta meme. Moving ahead, on 18th of October, we had a briefing session with DG NCC Lieutenant General Gurbir Pal Singh, AVSM, VSM, and with all the preparations done, we were hot to trot. On 19th of October, we had a flight from Indira Gandhi International Airport. We had 2 hours flight from New Delhi to Abu Dhabi and 5 hours flight from Abu Dhabi to Moscow. On 20th of October, we landed safely and headed towards Moscow Girls Boarding School. Then after that, we had a tour of Moscow Girls Cadet Boarding School. During our visit, we had Moscow tour which included historic monuments, magnificent museums, theme park, and scenic street of Moscow. Moscow city is well known for its unique architecture with its brightly colored domes. Our eyes were fortunate to capture long avenues and majestic squares, parks, gardens, unique cultural and historic sites. My favorite was the St. Basil's Cathedral. It is an Orthodox church in Red Square. It has distinctive appearance, colorful domes, and red bricks. Moscow is a night city, and at night the city glows and glitters up. We were always accompanied by our Russian friends, who were very friendly with us. They helped us to know Moscow even better. This is Royal State Academical Bolshoi Theatre, where we witnessed the traditional La Badre ballet performance. And we also explored the royal building. On the third day of our visit, the snow welcomed us. Usually, October is not a season for snowfall in Russia, but we were fortunate to experience the first snowfall of the season. We made snowman, we had snow fights. Many of us were experiencing the snowfall for the first time, and I was one of them. Yes, my companions were shocked to know that being an Uttarakhandi, it was my first snowfall experience. The temperature went from 1 to -1 and then -5 degrees Celsius. The city was extremely cool, but the thing that kept us warm was the warmth of love and care of our Russian friends. Along with fun, we were back to our aim of YP, aim to continue the healthy relation with the youth of Russia and to know each other culture better. We had a meeting with the cadets of Moscow Cadet Corps to exchange the ideas of youth for the betterment of the world. Like we have NCC, there in Moscow there is MCC, which stands for Moscow Cadet Corps. We also talked about the past relations of India and Russia, which has been working on the principle of true friendship. On the other day, we had a meeting presided by the Deputy Defense Minister, A.V. Foreman, and Defense Attaché of India. In this session, we had a series of question and answer with the defense authorities. I personally found this session the best part of the program because we, as the youth ambassadors, were involved in the discussion with the military officers of both the nations to enhance the Indo-Russian relations. One of our excursion was to Victory Museum and Memorial Park, which gave us exposure to Russian military weapons. There were military weapons which were used during World War II, like machine guns, vintage vehicles, and tanks. We also had an excursion to Memorial Museum of Cosmonautics, where we were shown the Russian satellites, rockets, spacecrafts, and other technology and instruments. We also visited Geographical Society of Moscow. All the excursions were so informative and knowledge seeking as we were introduced to every field like history, geography, technology, military, space science. Plus, we visited some famous tourist places as well. Every view for me was just like a wow. I felt like I went inside a Russian film. Now, this is the main cathedral of Russian Armed Forces. This is a church, and this is the inside picture of the church. The way they planned our visit was commendable, as it included some fun activities as well, such as painting Matrushka dolls, having friendly matches of table tennis and volleyball. Along with this, the cadets got a chance to play with the chess grandmaster and world champion. In this picture, you can see the grandmaster and world champion of chess. This is Aditya playing chess. And one evening was totally dedicated to the exchange of culture. We performed, and after that, we enjoyed the performance of Russian culture. No doubt, like India, Russia also has very colorful and diverse culture. If I talk about food, Russians went out of their way to prepare our meal. They cooked rajma chawal, chole bhature, chapati, and dosa. Even though the bhature was like papad and dosa was like chila, but they were putting 100% effort by learning through YouTube videos, and because of their efforts, they were ruling our hearts. One evening, we were invited on a dinner by the Defense Attaché of India to his place. He also invited our Russian friends, and they enjoyed the Indian flavors. And from sharing food to sharing a strong bond, our youth exchange program journey was at end. This youth exchange program was not just a program, it was a promise between the youth of nation to strengthen the relation of trust and commitment to do better in every field, such as space and defense. We got to know Russia closely, but for me, what's more was that I got a closer view of India. I got to know the different states. Like I met the cartoons from Karnataka, Shillong, Madhya Pradesh, Sikkim, Kerala, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Gujarat, Bihar, Ladakh, Punjab, Odisha. Each one of us was from different state, but in those 25 days we blended so well, and that's what the beauty of India is. I was glad to meet every single one. As it is rightly said that it's not the place that makes your surrounding beautiful, it's the company what makes it beautiful. Actually, we shared the same level of madness. Whether it was the madness of Vidisha buying Coke for 500 rupees or banging our faces in the snow, whether it was shopping together or 10 people bargaining for silly things, whether it was Bhattarai posing for a picture for 2000 rubles or Joachim measuring the length of road by rolling down on the streets of Moscow. Well, well, well. Coming back to the point, at last I would say that along with living life to the fullest, the programs like this compels the youth to be a responsible and better citizen and give a sense of commitment to serve our nation selflessly. With this, I end my video here. Thank you so much everyone. See you next time. Jai Hind.